Hey guys, welcome to Mad Scientist BBQ. I'm Jeremy Yoder. Now, if you saw my last video when I went to Austin, my buddy Alec came along. I was texting him last night and he mentioned that he was doing a pop-up today, so I thought I would come by and surprise him. Now, if you live in LA or Orange County, it's really, really tough to find good barbecue. And basically, the only place you can find good barbecue is at brewery pop-ups. So that's where we're at today. We're at a brewery, and Alec is doing his own pop-up, and he cooks with an offset smoker, Texas style. And I'm really looking forward to this. Because of the ear surgery, I can't really do much of anything as far as making my own barbecue videos. Can't lift any heavy objects, can't strain, can't do anything. I'm sure my doctors would say I'm not allowed to lift the door on my smoker, but I still can eat barbecue. So that's exactly what we're gonna do today. Of course, glad to, man. Yeah, pastrami. So you take brisket, you brine it. So that's why it's kind of reddish all the way through. Hey, did you see any of the highlights of the fight?
I didn't. Oh no, I lied. I saw that one punch and he dropped him, and then I think after that.
I saw that one.
That was crazy. They fought already before, right?
Yeah.
What's his name? Fury to win?
Yeah, I want Fury to win. Just because I like Fury. Like, he's just a funny guy. When you pick up a brisket and it's like holding over like that, you know it's done right. So good. Look at it. This is how you know it's done right. Because you can just grab it and tear off chunks of meat. Perfectly tender. Not much at all. Still feels like meat. Lots of meat too. You get black pepper, smoke on the outside. This is what barbecue is supposed to be. Beautiful.
Thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Because there is so much moisture, so much rendered fat on everything, you cannot touch a single piece of meat without your hands getting covered. Like, I need like a pound of soap to get all this off. So, the first thing I'm going to do is give this mac and cheese a try. So I think it's cheddar and jalapeno maybe. It's cheddar and some kind of pepper. So they put like, looks like some breadcrumbs on there to kind of give it a little crunch. I think these are pork rinds on top of macaroni and cheese. Pork rinds and mac and cheese. I never thought of that, but I like it. Okay, let me try it again. That's good. But since my hands are already covered in grease, I'm just going to pick this up. Here we go. Notice this red color? That is called smoke ring. And the smoke ring is so thick on here that almost the whole thing is pink. It looks like maybe salt and pepper with a glaze with some sauce. By the feel of it, maybe it got a little warm in the foil. I don't know. But let me give it a shot. That's good. Oh. The flavor of smoke. The flavor of smoke. Notice a perfectly clean bite. You don't have to tear at it, but you bite through it, still tastes like meat. It's not falling apart. And you see the bone is clean underneath. Clean bone, you did it right. It's a great rib. Next, pastrami. I'm really excited to do this. I've eaten a ton of brisket. I haven't had any smoked pastrami. But here we go. Ooh. Wow. That's really good. gonna take this and make some sandwiches right now. Man, super good. You know, think of pastrami and great sandwiches, but this is like great pastrami but with smoke flavor. Amazing. I don't think we'd ever want it to replace brisket because it's a vastly different flavor profile, but it's really good. I want to keep eating it, but I know I don't want to get full on this before I try the brisket. So, really top-notch stuff. I am very impressed. I'm thinking to myself right now, I need to make some pastrami brisket at home. All right, I'm going to give this brisket a shot. You see here, well-rendered fat on top and the extra muscular fat. And these are cooked at the right temperature for the right amount of time, and should be nice and moist. I'm going to cut out a piece here, which isn't all that difficult. You can probably cut this easily with a spoon, but here we go. Now, that is a bite of brisket. Look at all that fat that's rendered there. It's so moist, so juicy. As my papa used to say, you can't eat that with a stick. Good. So good. I gotta try this pickled vegetable. This is pickled jalapeno. I love pickled jalapenos. It just tastes like a pickled jalapeno. It's really good though. I love those. Pickled onions. Oh, those are good. Those. Oh, it's not that snap. You know, you can get things. You can get onions a lot of times and you're missing the snap. To me, these are wonderful. It has pickle flavor, but just a snap. You bite through it. It's not like crunchy, but you still snap through each bite. These are going to be a perfect complement for all these fatty meats. I'm going to get back at this and finish this off. But first, I'm going to try this sauce. Spicy sauce that he makes. Let's see. I like it. You can always tell when they're like fresh spices put into sauces. It's not something that was mixed industrially or something. It's like he put this together, and so the spices are just like pop, 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 pop. That's good. I get a little bit of spice in there, but that's tasty. I am going to devour this and walk away very fat and very happy. Taste this. So my wife just took a bite of the other little sauce cup that we had and said it was very spicy. So apparently we've got a regular one and a spicy. I eat so much spicy stuff that, you know, when stuff has a little bit of spice to it, it doesn't really affect me, but it affects other people. So I thought that was what this one was. Maybe it was spicy, but it doesn't really get me. This is apparently spicy. Let's give it a shot. Ooh, yeah. It's got some cayenne in it. Yeah, that's good. Boy, I love it. It's got some cayenne. Maybe it's chipotle. I don't know. Okay, if I'm putting sauce on anything, I'm gonna put this sauce on it. I love this meat. Yeah, it's great.
All right, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Good.
Good.
All right, go ahead. Hit me where it hurts.
All right, I just want to recap everything that I had. First of all, the #1 star of the show was the ribs. They were great. I think they were salt and pepper, and then, you know, finished with a sauce glaze. Super good because you got smoke. It was the perfect level of doneness. It wasn't falling apart. It wasn't mush, but you take a bite and it just, you know, you get a clean bite off the bone. There's not a bunch of meat sticking to it. You know, it's perfectly done. Also, the brisket was really good. There was like a subtle, perfectly clean smoke flavor as far as rendering the fat and, you know, rendering the fat, you know, in each slice. It was extremely well done. I would have liked maybe a little more black pepper flavor and maybe a little more smoke flavor. The smoke was perfectly clean, but I kind of wanted just more of it. And I'd much rather have it this way than have too much dirty, awful, gross smoke. This smoke was clean smoke. You can tell that somebody was managing fire really well. Every slice was just glistening with rendered fat. It's hard to find anything that good in LA. I can count on one hand the number of places that will serve brisket that good in LA on any given week. And then the pastrami was something that was new to me. I wouldn't ever want it to replace brisket, but as a small addition, as something different to try, awesome, it's great. Turn that into a sandwich, you're gonna be super happy with that. The sauces, I really like both sauces. You can tell that they're both homemade. Now, to me, when I usually do pop-ups, I usually will serve a commercial brand sauce because that's what people have in their head when they want sauce. And if they're gonna be, you know, putting a bunch of sauce on their barbecue, they probably want sauce that tastes like commercial sauce. And so it was really cool to see him doing his own sauce. And it's totally worthwhile to try sauces. I know a lot of people out there are barbecue purists, and they would say, you should never have sauce with barbecue, which I understand. I think good barbecue doesn't need sauce. But I really like sauce. And there's a reason people like sauces, because sauces are good. And if you find a good sauce, you don't have to put it on a great piece of meat, but you can add it to it. You know, it should be kind of dancing around the flavors that are already there in the meat. To find a couple here was really nice. Yeah, so the pickled vegetables I liked. I think the jalapenos just kind of tasted like, you know, pickled jalapenos. They were good, but I love pickled jalapenos. I don't think there was anything super different that they did there. The onions, though, I think they pickled themselves. It was great. You get the pickled flavor, but there was still a crunch, you know, just, you know, when you take a bite into it. It's so satisfying for some reason. And when you have a bunch of fatty meat that you're eating, and then you can have something that's kind of vinegary and crunches, it's the perfect complement. It's just the yin and the yang of barbecue. You have fatty, delicious, moist, tender, juicy meat, and then crunchy, sour, tangy pickled onions. And so they just go well together because they're so far apart that they just offset each other, and then you're ready to go for the next bite. And then finally, the mac and cheese I really liked, because I didn't know this at the time. I thought there were breadcrumbs on top of that mac and cheese, but what it actually was crushed up pork rinds. And I thought that was clever, that was funny, and very, very tasty. And so I just had a great meal here. If you guys just like barbecue, you should follow him on Instagram, because he's posting, you know, legit barbecue stuff. He's trying to make barbecue here in a place that's not really conducive to it. LA is not super barbecue friendly, but he's, you know, grinding, he's hustling, trying to make it happen. And so show him some support, follow him on Instagram, and thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when you do new videos, and I'll see you guys next time.